Nini everyone, Zabora here. I do apologize for the gap in video making, but I do suffer from polycystic ovary syndrome, and I also have fibroids, which kind of tend to draw out my periods to being like 3 or 4 weeks at a time sometimes, and they're usually extremely heavy flows, and I tend to have quite a bit of blood clots. So I get very tired during these time. So that's not really a great headspace to be making videos and editing them and doing research and stuff. So I do apologize for the gap, but that's pretty much what's just been going on in my life. So anyway, we're going to be covering the god Montu today. Now, Montu is a fierce Upper Egyptian falcon god who may have originated as a star deity. Montu was the chief god of the Theban region and had temples in Armant, Medamund, and Tod. He was usually known as the falcon-headed man, wearing a sun disk with 2 plumes and holding a curved sword or spear. Fighting was said to be the work of Montu. He attacked the enemies of Ma'at, also known as Order, and inspired kings and warriors on the battlefield. Battleships were decorated with the protective images of the 4 Montu, that of Thebes, Aramant, Medamund, and Tod. He would be spearing and trampling the enemies of Egypt. Armant, also known as Hermonthis, was considered to be the southern equivalent of Heliopolis, the city of the sun god Ra. As early as the 20th century BCE, Montu was worshipped as an aspect of the sun god. His chief consort was Retawi, a female form of Ra, usually shown wearing the sun disk and cow horns of Hathor. The gods Montu Ra and Atum Ra could represent the kingdoms of Upper and Lower Egypt. Montu Ra was the patron deity of King Nebheptri Montu Hotep, which is Montu is content. He reunited Egypt at the end of the first intermediate period. Egyptian kings likened to compare themselves to strong-armed Montu. An inscription of Amenhotep II claims that the youth of 18 was able to shoot arrows through a copper target while driving a chariot because he had the skill and strength of Montu. Ramses II boasted that he had turned defeat into victory at the Battle of Kadesh by attacking the enemies in the likeness of Montu, charging their ranks like a swooping falcon. Ramses also compared himself to an eager bull in battle, which was another of Montu's forms. Montu was probably associated with the fights between bulls staged at some religious festivals. From the 4th century BCE onward, a black and white bull was always kept at the Montu temples at Armant. These Bacchus bulls were revered as manifestations of the twin soul of Ra and Osiris. Each Bacchus bull had a staff of 20. He wore crowns and necklaces and a face net to keep off flies. Bacchus bulls were also said to give divination or be able to perform divination. The bull was white with black markings and could have even have been linked to the god Ptah through the Apis bull, the Memphis bull. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you. Unfortunately, Sharon does not have any information on Montu in celebrating the Egyptian gods, so I do not have traditional offerings or anything like that for you guys. But given the warlike nature of Montu, of being a warrior and being linked to a falcon, I would think that falcon statues would be appropriate, certain headdresses, specifically the solar disc and the 2 plumes being ostrich feathers. Ostrich feathers may be an appropriate offering. You may even call upon Montu to bless soldiers and other warriors, or if you're going into battle and you need a little bit of courage, whether that be a corporate battlefield or a military battlefield, Montu may be the god that you want to give offerings to and call upon for protection and help. So, I hope this has been enlightening. That is it for tonight, guys. Sun update.